I'm a race car driver. Is it time for Hope Kids already? Man, I didn't know it was time already. Well, I came today to Hope Kids to show y'all how to be a race car driver. Now, if you want to be a race car driver, give me a big old yeah. Yeah! I hear you out there. You want to be a race car driver? All you gotta do, hold your arms out like that, grab the steering wheel, and get ready, hit the gas. Are y'all doing it? You better be. Then change gear. Hit the brakes. That's it. That's how you be a race car driver. But that's not everything you need to know. So I came to tell you all the big things you need to know to be a race car driver. Y'all ready? Let's do it. So, if you're ready to be in Hope Kids today, I need you to give me 110% focus. The number one thing about being a race car driver is giving 110% focus, eyes on the road. So I need you to look at me like you're looking at the road, 110%. And if you give 110% focus, you might just get to play with some Hot Wheels today, like you see here. That's right, I got my Hot Wheels, I got my track. If you like Hot Wheels, give me a big yeah. Yeah! Hot Wheels are awesome, and they're some of my favorite things. So if y'all want to play with them today and Hope Kids, 110% focus, listen, learn, be ready. That's right. You're a race car driver already, but you got one more big thing to learn. And since you've been giving me some big yes, here's the big idea. Are y'all ready? The big idea today, and the number one thing to know to be a race car driver, or just to live as who you are, is our big idea that says to have a good start, you have to have a God start. That's right. To have a good start, you have to have a God start. It's all about how you start. That's the number one thing to remember. Y'all say it with me one time. To have a good start, you have to have a God start. There you go. You getting it now. Y'all are going to be some race car drivers quick. But first things first. You see this car right here? I want you to imagine this car is you. And this racetrack right here is your life. That's right. You are a car. You're a car. You're a car. You're a car. That's right. You're a fast car. I've seen you. Yeah, you're fast. But I need you on your papers to draw race cars at the beginning of the track. You got me? Make them look cool. Make them look fast. But you are the car. This is the track. Is your life. And you ride down the track just like you walk through your life every day. And while you're making your race cars on your paper, think about it, guys. It's 2021. It's a new year. That's right. Say, hey, 2021. Everybody give a wave to the new year. Since it's a new year, we want to get off to a good start, right? Of course, we want to get off to a good start. Like a race car, we want to go far. We want to, of course, be number one. We want to win the race. But also, we want to be fast. Just like this. Woo! I bet you didn't know I was that quick, did you? I don't just go fast in race cars. I'm pretty quick myself. And I'm Ricky, remember? The race car driver. But that's what we want to do in a race car. That's what we want to do on the track. And the main thing with our cars, as they're going down the racetrack, you don't want the race car to go off the track, right? If it goes off the track, that means it crashes. And that's no good. Everybody give me a thumbs down and say, boo. We don't want to crash. We don't want to go off the track. And we don't want to do that in our lives either. So this year, we want to try to stay on the right track. We want to stay on the track, and we want to do the right things so we can get off to a good start and have a good year. So before we go any farther, I need to tell y'all the first way. And we're going to have two ways today that we can do this race car going down the racetrack. The first way is we can try to build it by ourselves. When I started out as a race car driver, I thought, man, I got all the muscles I need. I got everything I need. I can do it all on my own. I don't need any help from God. I don't need any help from anybody. I got this. Have y'all ever thought that before? That's what I thought. I thought I was so strong, I had all the muscles, I could do it all. I thought I was a superhero, just like my cape here. Y'all like my cape? I've been excited to show it to you. But I thought I could fly. I thought I could do it all. But I couldn't. I couldn't do it all. And we're going to see why. I found that out the hard way. Raise your hand if you ever tried to do something on your own before. All by yourself, yeah? I see some hands out there. When you start with yourself, we're going to see what happens. So I got my race car here, and I built this track all by myself. That's right, all by myself, because I'm a superhero. I got this. And we're going to see what happens when we try to do things on our own, when we start with ourselves. Are y'all ready? Give me a countdown. 3, 2, 1. Go. Oh no! It crashed! I thought I did such a good job! I thought I was a superhero! I had this! But what did we learn? And what did I learn when I tried to do things on my own? We're not superheroes. When we try to do things on our own and we have a new start, we start with ourselves, we always end up going off the track and the car crashes. It happens every time we try to do it on our own. Because the truth is, we don't have enough. But let me tell y'all that there's another way to try to do this. But on that first track, I need you to go ahead and draw a race car crashing off the track and put a big X above the track because it was no good. Y'all give me another thumbs down. Boo! No good. So it crashed off the track, but there's another way. The second way, remember that big idea we talked about earlier? That's right. We want to have a good start, so we got to start a little different. We can't start with ourselves because that didn't work out, so we got to start with God. That's right. To have a good start, we have to have a God start. So what are we going to do different this time? We're not starting with ourselves, but that's right. You might go tell me, what are we going to start with? That's right. We're going to have a God start. We're going to start with God because that's how you have a good start. Not a Jordan start, not a Ricky start, not a Jonah start, not a anybody start. Just start with God. And God tells us, well, first, on your second racetrack, because this is the second way we're going to do it, write God in big letters right above your race car. G-O-D. Because we're starting the race with God before we do everything. And God tells us in our big verse, Proverbs 3, 5 through 6. It's our big verse this month. We're going to talk about it a ton. And I need y'all to really, really pay attention because I got a race car challenge for you. That's right, a race car challenge. If you want to be a real race car driver, then I challenge you to memorize these two verses and come back in here and tell Pastor Jordan what the verses are without looking at them. Recite them verses to him, and he'll have a huge surprise for you. A fast surprise, an awesome surprise. So the challenge is up to you. It's the race car challenge. Are you a race car driver or not? We're going to find out. But the scripture says, trust God from the bottom of your heart. Don't try to figure out everything on your own. We saw what happened when you try to do that. But listen for God's voice in everything you do. Everywhere you go, He's the one who will keep you on track. That's right. He's the one who will keep you on track. And that's our big verse this month. And let's look at it a little bit more. God says, don't try to figure out everything on your own. Why would He tell us to do that? Because God knows that we can't do it on our own. That when we try to figure out everything on our own, then we go off the track and we crash. He knows we need help. And guess what? He's there to help us all the time. And He's letting us know that here. So instead of trying to figure it out on our own and have a new start, we can instead trust God from the bottom of our heart. That's right. Trust God from the bottom of our heart. And we can listen for God's voice in everything we do, everywhere we go. Listen for God's voice in everything you do, everywhere you go. Say everything over here, everywhere over here. Y'all ready? Everything! Everywhere! Everything! Everywhere! Nice. Y'all are getting it. Y'all are race car drivers. You're this close. You're this close. But you got a little bit more to learn. So to get off to a God start, we're going to trust God from the bottom of our heart. So y'all draw a heart right below your second racetrack. Draw a heart because we're going to trust God from the bottom of our heart. And then draw some eyes and some ears. Because the best way to start with God is to look to God. That's right. Use your eyes. Draw some eyes on your paper. And then hear. Listen to God and what He says. Because He'll show you the way to go, He'll show you what to do, and He'll show you how to make a racetrack and run the race of life and be the best race car driver you could ever be. And that's what God will do when you start with Him. So the second race car is our second wave, and instead of a you start, we're going to start with God. So are y'all ready? And just wait 1 second, you're going to see what God does to this track. Because my track was disconnected, no good, caused a crash, but you'll see. Just wait 1 second. Go! Whoa! Did y'all see that? You see the difference? When I started with myself, my track wasn't even connected. My car crashed. It went off the track. And look what happens when we start with God and we do a God start. Look at this. I could never do this on my own. This is all God. Now let's try it again. Let's keep on going. Yeah! 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 This is the best track ever. You know why? Because when we don't start with ourselves, and we start with God, He keeps us on track. That's right. He's the one who keeps us on track. So to get off to a good start, we have to have a God start. To get off to a good start, let me hear you. We have to have a God start. Come on. That's right.